It's July 16th today, guys, and guess what? The open work permit for people in the US who hold the H-1B visa is now open. Yay! If you want to know all about this program and how you can apply for it, please stay tuned. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Faith. I'm an HR professional and event host based in Toronto, Canada. If this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. I encourage you to use the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any video that I post. And I also encourage you to use the notification bell as well, so you will be one of the first to know when my videos come out. So today is July 16th, and it means that you can now go ahead and apply if you hold an H-1B visa and you're currently based in the US and you want to come to Canada on an open work permit. This is your chance, okay? Do not miss out on this opportunity. If you haven't watched my previous video where I talked about the earlier announcement and talked about two other pathways that the government of Canada announced in June, you need to watch that video, okay? I'm going to link it up here because that video will give you a nice foundation into this current video. So without further ado, let's dive right into the program proper. So if you know anyone who currently holds an H-1B visa and lives in the United States, that person can apply for an open work permit in Canada. Okay, this work permit is great because it's for a period of 3 years and the person can come with their spouse and their kids. And of course, their spouse will also get like a work permit and the kids can get a study visa. Okay, so it's really a great program overall. Now, remember that they are targeting 10,000 people. So look, hurry now. Like, in fact, finish this video and just go ahead and start your application. It is that competitive. So let's go into what documents do you need if you are applying for this open work permit. If you are the primary applicant, what you will need is a valid passport or travel document. It needs to have at least a free page where IRCC can stick your work permit to. Okay, so make sure it's not a passport that is already filled up, right? Because you've been traveling up and down. Then you need to have proof of your H-1B visa. You also need to have a proof of your I-797 or I-797B form, also known as your H-1B work permit. Then the next thing you will need is a form I-94 or arrival and departure record, or a recent utility bill. Pretty much you want to be able to prove that you currently reside in the US. So a recent utility bill will do, or an income tax return will do as well, or any other document that that you have that shows that you are currently in the US. So now let's talk about the documents that the spouse or the dependents will need. Just like the primary applicant, they will also need a valid passport or a travel document that pretty much has a free page, like I mentioned earlier. They would also need to show proof of relationship, okay? If it's your spouse, I imagine that will be a marriage certificate, and if it's a child, that will be a birth certificate, okay? Showing that indeed these people are your dependents. Now let's talk about what information you will need in order to apply for this work permit. You will need your personal details, you will need your travel document details, you will need your finances, records of your finances, you will need your education history, you will need your criminality and security records, your medical background, and your family information. So that's what you will typically be filling out in the documentation. So you sort of want to have all of these things handy. So now let's talk about how you can actually apply. I will drop the links that you need in the description box, so please make sure that you check them out. Of course, everything cannot be said on here on the video, so go back to those links and then you will find everything that you need there. But pretty much your application will be done on the IRCC portal. As with most other applications that happen, you will need to log in, and if you haven't logged in before, you will need to get your own login details and all of that. So when you log in, all you have to do is click on apply to visit, study, or work in Canada as a temporary resident, right? Then on the next page, you will check the box that says, I am ready to start my application. Then next, if you are applying to bring your family with you, okay, answer yes to the question where it asks, do you want to apply for more than one person at a time? Okay, your answer should be yes or no, as the case may be. Then select family as the type of group that applies to your particular situation. And then on the manage the group page, click add member for each member of your family. All right. And then, complete the application for each family member. And you can submit all of it once you're done. All right. So where it asks, what do you want to apply for? Select the box that says open work permit for an H-1B visa. Then of course it will now prompt you with further questions, like I mentioned earlier, your personal information, your educational history, all of that, criminal records, all those sort of things will now start prompting you, and then you just need to answer the questions and of course submit the application when you are done. Well, like I said, the link is in the description box. I think I'll try and put a screenshot on the screen as well, just for this particular segment. But if you don't see the screenshot, just know that I wasn't able to do it. But I will try to do that. So that is how you apply for the open work permit. Now, I know that somebody may be asking, okay, so I get this work permit, what happens next? My goal is to become a permanent resident and ultimately a citizen. Now, the government did not announce a specific pathway that leads, that sort of connects this open work permit to a permanent residency, okay? But as you know, there are so many streams that you would have an edge for when you are done, working in Canada for at least 1 year. So with your 1 year work experience, you can apply for, the Canadian Experience class. You can even add the points to your to the Federal Skilled Worker Program under the Express Entry. I mean, you can add it to your points as well, and maybe you'll be eligible for some of the provincial nomination programs. Like, the list is endless, okay? The list is just endless. So I think the goal is to at least try and get the open work permit first, and then start work, and then you can now think of the PR later. But you definitely will not be stuck with an open work permit only. Most people that have come here on a work permit have found their way into permanent residency through the various pathways that the government has provided. So ladies and gents, that is the crux of this video. I just wanted to let you know that the program is now open. Applications are open now, 10,000 people. So make sure that you hurry, okay? All the information you need, like I said, find the links in the description box. I encourage you to subscribe to my channel for more information on, all the pathways that will be coming up, so that you can keep up, because there's so much happening and the government of Canada is really opening, while some other governments are closing. You know who, let's not mention their names. But Canada is opening the doors wide open, okay? So please take advantage of these programs. There are other tech pathways that are coming up as well. Look out for those ones. And if you know anybody that this video will benefit, make sure that you share with them. This might not be for you because you're probably not in the US or you don't have an H-1B visa. But please repost this video, send the links to people, drop them in WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups that you belong to, because you really don't know who you are helping, right? So please, please, please share this video. And of course, hit the like button for me. The likes help me grow, the subscriptions help me grow, and they help me motivate me to keep going, okay? I need your support, guys, and I would really appreciate you liking, subscribing, sharing this video. Okay, that's it from me on this one. I will see you on the next one. Bye.